2, Coolidge and Pickett in 3, Massey and Mercer in 4. 10 laps, 10 times by. We'll watch the number 3 car, that's Swervin' Mervin Seiberg. He's the points leader. Of course, on the inside, DA Electric and Rob Fritz. Lethbridge Battery, CFCN, and Minute Muffler and Brake is the number 3 car. Number 27 is Susan Firth. Number 9, Robert Gerbavac, the major sponsor of Roy Moser. Coolidge Office Equipment at number 80, Richard Coolidge. 14, the LA Towing Car, Warren Pickett. Number 74, Jerjang, Virtual Reality, Dennis Massey. 18, Ryan Mercer, Mercer Seeds. Bill Koscheck in charge. 10 laps, get ready. For a Saturday night, Spit Sunflower Seeds, we're racing! Seiberg wastes little time, showing the way. Rob Fritz trying to go with him. Then we'll go back to Roy Moser, Warren Pickett, Ryan Mercer, Susan Firth down low, Dennis Massey, Richard Coolidge at the back. Here comes your race leader, the CFCN Lethbridge Battery Minimuffler car of Swervin' Mervin Seiberg. Rob Fritz in 2nd and 17, Roy Moser 3rd, Warren Pickett 4th, then Ryan Mercer, Dennis Massey, Susan Firth, and Richard Coolidge at the back. Merv Seiberg has got the lead. Firth, then Moser, Pickett, Mercer, Massey, Firth, and Coolidge in that order. 2 out of 10 down. It's still the Swervin' Mervin man on top. Seiberg leads it. Fritz is 2nd. Moser running 3rd, then Pickett. Massey and Mercer battle it out there for 5th. Followed by Firth. Now Coolidge and Firth having some fun. It's still Swervin' Mervin Seiberg in the number 3 car, your race leader. Rob Fritz, DA Electric, Renegade Race Team, currently 2nd. Roy Moser is 3rd. Then Warren Pickett, Dennis Massey. Merv Seiberg has got the lead. The number 3 car, the one to watch. He's got a huge lead over 17, Rob Fritz, and the DA Electric car. Lethbridge Battery, Minimuffler and Brake. CFCN on top. DA Electric 2nd. Robert Gerbavac Trucking 3rd. Then it's LA Towing. Jerjang Virtual Reality, Brooks Pizza Car 74. Followed by Mercer Seeds. Coolidge Office Equipment. And Susan Firth trails. Big lead for Merv Seiberg. Seiberg followed by Fritz. Moser and Massey on the move up. Now Fritz in some trouble. Rob Fritz is stuck in the front straightaway. Dennis Massey with the move up to 2nd by Moser. Moser coming back on him. It's the steering wheel came off Rob Fritz's car, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's Seiberg followed by Massey and Moser. No wonder 17 slowed right down there. Merv Seiberg with a corner lead over Dennis Massey. Roy Moser is 2nd. Warren Pickett is 3rd. Ryan Mercer is 4th. Richard Coolidge is 5th. Rob Fritz with the steering wheel is 6th, followed by Susan Firth. Lethbridge Battery, CFCN, Minimuffler and Brake leads it. Jerjang Virtual Reality, Brooks Pizza 2nd. Robert Gerbavac Trucking is 3rd. Then we go back to Mercer Seeds, LA Towing, Coolidge Office Equipment, DA Electric, and Susan Firth with a brand new motor trailing the field. Merv Seiberg with 2 laps to go. Another easy one, it looks like, for Swervin' Mervin. Dennis Massey losing ground. Roy Moser running 3rd, then Ryan Mercer. Warren Pickett, Richard Coolidge, and Fritz, followed by Firth. White flag, 1 lap to go for Swervin' Mervin Seiberg. Dennis Massey in 2nd. 3/8 of a mile to go and less now for Seiberg. Into 3 and out of 4 for the final time. It's going to be another heat win. Chalk it up to the number 3 Seiberg race team. Merv Seiberg wins it! Merv Seiberg wins. Dennis Massey is 2nd. Merv Seiberg, the number 3 street stock in the Silver Automotive Street Stock Division. Sponsored by Mini-Muffler and Brakes, CFCN, Lethbridge Battery, as well as Boston Pizza, Mac Tools, Fisher Printing, Subway Automotive Services, Custom Iron and Welding, Humpty's Family Restaurant, LTA Radiator, Street Division, number 22, Rory Lorenz. In row 2 is number 12, Dale Wood, and number 8, Ole Bergeson. In row 3, number 40, Ron Firth. And number 93, Peter Nagy. At the back, number 42, Norm Struth. On the pole, it is a lead sled tonight. Rick Tessmaker in charge last Saturday. It won the main event with Ron Duda driving. On the outside is number 22, the Easter Basket, driven by Rory Lorenz. In row 2 is number 12, Dale Wood, number 8, Ole Bergeson, Ron Firth, number 40, number 93, Peter Nagy. Next, at the back is a Pizza Hut car, number 42, Stormin Norman Struth. 10 laps in the Silver Automotive Street Stock Division, ladies and gentlemen. Heat 2 is coming on. Heat 2 in the street, Silver Automotive. The sponsor, Bill Kochick, says, let's go. Rick Tessmaker, Rory Lorenz in 1. Wood and Bergeson in 2. Ron Firth battling it out now with Struth and Nagy down the backstretch. They run. Rick Tessmaker, a year later. Ricky Tessmaker followed by Rory Lorenz. Tessmaker and Lorenz on the racetrack, followed by Bergeson, Wood, Firth, Struth, and Nagy. Good looking heat here down the backstretch. It's still the number 5 lead sled car. TWR Roofing, the major sponsor. Ray Tessmaker's son, Rick, is the driver. Rick Tessmaker leads it. Rory Lorenz running second. Ole Bergeson is third. Dale Wood is fourth. Ron Firth is fifth. Norm Struth is sixth. And Peter Nagy at the back. Tessmaker and Lorenz, 2 first-time drivers for 95 in the Street Stock Division, are showing this field a thing or two right now. Tessmaker, Lorenz lead it. Then it's Snowflake Racing, Ole Bergeson, followed by the Wild Thing. That's Dale Wood in 12. Number 40 is Ron Firth. Struth and Nagy round it out. Now, the Easter Basket having some problems down the back stretch, 22. It's still Tessmaker in 5-year leader. Rick Tessmaker leads it. Rory Lorenz is second. Ole Bergeson third. Dale Wood is fourth. Ron Firth is fifth. Norm Struth is sixth. Peter Nagy trails it. TWR Roofing leads it. Rick Tessmaker, the driver tonight. Number 22 running second is Rory Lorenz. Then it's Snowflake Racing, Subway Automotive. Number 8, Ole Bergeson third. On the inside, number 12, Subway Sandwiches car. That is Dale Wood. Number 40, Lethbridge Basements and Ron Firth. Followed by 42, Pizza Hut Nothing But. That is Norm Struth. At the backs, 93, Colin Farms and Peter Nagy. Silver Automotive Street Stock Division. Heat 2 is on. It's Duda, Lorenz, and Bergeson. And driving for Duda is Rick Tessmaker tonight. Big lead for Ricky Tessmaker. Rory Lorenz in a new car for him, 22 in the Street Stock Division. Followed by number 8, Ole Bergeson. 12, Dale Wood. Ron Firth, Norm Struth, and Peter Nagy in a race of their own. It's all number 5, Rick Tessmaker, ladies and gentlemen. Tessmaker, your race leader. Number 5, lead sled, 2 laps to go. 2 laps are left for the lead sled. Rory Lorenz in 22, currently second. Dale Wood trying to move up there. Subway Automotive sponsor the number 8 car of Ole Bergeson third. White flag, 1 lap to go. TWR Roofing cars on the move. Rory Lorenz in 22 is second. Dale Wood now moves up to be third. Ole Bergeson fourth. Ron Firth fifth. Norm Struth 6. Peter Nagy trails into 3 and out of 4. Checkered flag. Rick Tessmaker wins it. Rory Lorenz will be second. Dale Wood is third. Rick Tessmaker driving tonight for the Dudas in the lead sled, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rick Tessmaker, the winner, sponsored by Tabor Diesel, TWR Roofing, My Automotive, RT Automotive, as well as Midas Muffler and Brake, Mo Tires, Four Seasons Sheet Metal, Vital Signs, Thomas Radiator, and Race Tech Dyno Services. On the far side, Wally Duda working away in the pits on the number 5 lead sled car. Rick Tessmaker, the winner. 57 is Brian Norland, and 7 is Dan Crombie. Bill Koschik's got the green hanky. We are set to go racing one more time. Silver Automotive, Street Stock, Heat 3 is on. Dave Oakes trying the high line, nothing there. Daryl Carl putting the new motor to the test, takes the lead. Croucher's with him, Don Cook down low. Dave Oakes is slipping, sliding along, then a Sandy Pack, Norland, and Crombie trails. Daryl Carl still's got the lead. Croucher is second, Oakes on the move up high now. Don Cook down low in 68. 67, Sandy Pack, 57, Brian Norland, 7, Danny Crombie. It is still Carl, Croucher, Oakes, Cook, Pack, Norland, and Crombie as the parade goes down the backstretch. Dave Oakes looking inside, nothing there yet. Daryl Carl doing a fine job of blocking here, not allowing anybody by yet. Daryl Carl still leads, here comes Dave Oakes up high. Dave Oakes in the second hole. He's gonna try the high line to get around Daryl Carl. Watch Dave Oakes out of Milk River go. Ron Croucher a little sideways, hitting a dry spot. It is Carl and Oakes, followed by Croucher, Cook, Pack, Norland, and Crombie. Dave Oakes on the inside. Nothing there just yet. He pulls up a little bit even now on the inside. Dave Oakes looking for the lead. Daryl Carl closes the door again. But now, down the backstretch they run. Dave Oakes to the front. Dave Oakes takes the lead. Daryl Carl is second. Ron Croucher is third. Don Cook, Sandy Pack, Brian Nolan, Danny Crombie. Not much to choose in this heat. Good race here. Dave Oakes on top. Down the backstretch goes Oakesy with the lead. It's Dave Oakes, Daryl Carl, Ron Croucher as they separate. Back to the second flight, it's Don Cook, Sandy Pack, Brian Nolan, Danny Crombie. Ridge Auto Parts, M&K Holmes has got the lead. UFA Nobleford second, Lethbridge Harold third. Fort McLeod, UAP Napa Store fourth. Caribou Refrigeration fifth. Morgan Air is sixth. And at the back, it's Dan Crombie and My Automotive. Number 66 is the man on top, Dave Oakes. Silver Automotive Street, Heat 3. Dave Oakes is your leader. Daryl Carl is second. Ron Croucher in 24, the teal car trying to move up. Then we go back to Cook, Pack, Norland, and Crombie. Dave Oakes has done about the only passing in this race, ladies and gentlemen. The number 66 car out of Milk River running nice. It's still Dave Oakes and Daryl Carl. Daryl Carl's got to be pleased, though. That new motor, 71, looking nice. Look out, Don Cook and Sandy Pack get together. Don Cook ends up in the infield. 66, Oakes leads. 71, Carl second with 2 laps to go. Black flag for Sandy Pack. Sandy Pack gets the black. Coming around to the white flag for Dave Oakes. 1 lap to go for Dave Oakes. Dave Oakes to the white. 3/8 of a mile left. Daryl Carl is second. Ron Croucher is third. Brian Norland is fourth. Dan Crombie fifth. And after the infield run, it's Don Cook at the back. Into 3 out of 4, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody here from Milk River tonight? Here's your winner. Number 66, Dave Oakes wins it! Daryl Carl is second. Ron Krauser is third, Brian Norland fourth. Dave Oakes in number 66, ladies and gentlemen, with another win. He's sponsored by B&C Insurance of Milk River, M&K Mobile Homes, Ridge Auto Parts of Milk River, Lori's Automotive, Mr. Ed. Team Davis Pontiac Buick GMC. Number 7 is Jim Damberger, Cliff and Claire's Transport. Modifieds, all set to have at her for 8 laps, 8 revolutions of our 3/8 clay oval we call Bridge County Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, pick a car you like, cheer 'em on. Snap-on Tools, Outlaw Modifieds. Bill Kostick says, we're racing! Lou May Jr., the first to show on number 11. Jimmy Zoom Zaremba going with him. Rob Perry third, then George Massey and Jim Damberger. Already it's Made in Zaremba pulling away. Lou Mate Jr., your leader, Jim Zaremba running second. Rob Perry third, George Massey fourth. And Jim Damberger is fifth. Looker Office Equipment leads it. Davis Pontiac is second. Skyline Terrace third. Royal Taxi fourth. Cliff and Claire's fifth. Here comes Zaremba to challenge for the lead now. Made in Zaremba battle it out. These two entangled a couple of weeks ago. Tonight they're right back at it. Our top 2 points cars in the Snap-on Outlaw Modified. Mate leads in 11, Zaremba second in 17. Rob Perry running third in 3D. Then George Massey and Jim Damberger. Zaremba trying the inside line, nothing there as Mate pulls away down the backstretch. Looker Office Equipment leads it. Davis Pontiac is second. Skyline Terrace is third. Royal Taxi is fourth. Cliff and Claire's is fifth. Zaremba trying to find the line. Nothing there just yet. Down the backstretch, Zaremba tries the inside. Now he's going to go up high. And again, a good job of blocking by Lou Mate Jr. Zaremba sliding high in out of 4. Out of 4, it's still Mate, your leader. Jim Zaremba gaining ground, though. Zoom Zaremba. He's going to dive down low. Now he bumps with Lou out of the corner. It's still Mate and Zaremba, followed by Perry, Massey, and Damberger. Now, Zaremba going high. And a warning is called on Jim Zaremba for bumping. 2 laps are left. Jim Zaremba gets a warning with 2 laps to go. It's still the 11 car. Looker leads Lou Mate Jr. Lou Mate to the white flag. Davis Pontiac Buick trying to get there in 17, Zaremba. Rob Perry is third, George Massey is fourth, Jim Damberger fifth. For the final time into 3 and 4. What's Jim Zaremba got left, ladies and gentlemen? Not enough to catch Lou. Lou Mate Jr. wins it. Zaremba slides in second. How'd you like that heat, ladies and gentlemen? Rob Perry is third. Hey, another win for Looker Lou. Lou Mate here for you. We saw George Massey in that last heat. Turn to George Massey's profile right now. If you have George's autograph, you have won a clock from Royal Taxi. Royal Taxi, the major sponsor of car number 84 in the super stock and modified. If you have George's autograph on his profile, we have a souvenir clock for you downstairs. Report downstairs and claim your prize at the souvenir stand. Once again, you're looking for an autograph on George Massey's profile early in the program for souvenir clock, courtesy of George Johnson 65, 33 Selby, 6 Harmon, 1X Vernon Hill, 2D Brian McCoggan. Another great heat. Boy, we got a good show of modifieds tonight. Eight laps, 8 to go here. Spit Sunflower night at Bridge County Raceway with our second heat of the Snap-on Tools Outlaw Modifieds. Bill Koscheck looking into the sun, looking at those cars, waving the greenie, and away they fly. Rob Johnson, first time out. Doesn't know what his car has. He's going to the back. Vernon Hill's got the inside line. Vernon Hill right now to the lead. Selby coming back on him. S&S Race Team, Stuart Selby, 1X Vernon Hill. Hey, Stuart Selby! Nice job by Stu Selby. Now he's a little high. Vernon Hill down low. Brian McCoggan, Gary Harmon, and Rob Johnson in that order. Look out, Stu, you're too high. Vernon Hill's got the lead. It's Vernon Hill. Stuart Selby being pushed by two dogs. McCoggan down low along with Harmon. Stuart Selby's broken something. He'll head into the pits. It's Hill now. Here comes McCoggan. Here comes Harmon. A three-car race. Rob Johnson at the back. It's Vernon Hill, followed by Brian McCoggan, Gary Harmon, and Robbie Johnson. Out of Helena, Montana, it's Vernon Hill. Out of Okotoks, it's Brian McCoggan. And out of Lethbridge, it's Gary Harmon. Milk Rivers Johnson trails. The Racing's Enterprises 1X car leads it. Amen Siding and two dogs second. Blairmore Minimuffler and Gary Harmon is third. Sarge Oils Limited, Rob Johnson fourth. Vernon Hill and Brian McCoggan, a couple of veteran drivers from around the Northwest United States and Canada, doing a battle here. Gary Harmon hanging in. 2 laps to go. 2 laps are left. The candy apple red and gold car of Vernon Hill way out in front. Now he's catching up to lap traffic and Robbie Johnson. White flag, 1 lap left. Hill followed by McCoggan and Harmon. Lap traffic is Rob Johnson getting the feel of his brand new modified. Hey, checkered flag time. Vernon Hill wins it. Brian McCoggan second. Gary Harmon is third. Vernon Hill sponsored by Racing Enterprises. Look out, Brian McCoggan. Little action there with 65 Rob Johnson. 6 laps here. Hughes in 911, Boyd in 11, Scrigner in 7, JQ in 10, Bill Koscheck with the green flag. And away they go. Marshall Auto Record trucks are on Bridge County Raceway. Hughes on the inside, Boyd on the outside. Jim Boyd, first-time driver in 11, doing a fine job. It's Hughes and Boyd, followed by Scrigner and JQ. Bob Hughes in 911, Jim Boyd in 11, Bruno Scrigner in 7, Doug JQ in 10. It's still Hughes. Cantel leads, Dorn Electric second, Cliff and Claire's third, Tabor Excavating running fourth. The number 10 truck ran about a month ago. In his heat, he hit the wall, bent the frame, hasn't been back until tonight. Look out, Jim Boyd, little high in the marbles there. Getting used to the racetrack is Jim Boyd in 11, but Bob Hughes is a man in charge in 911. Bob Hughes, a man to watch. Bob Hughes, followed by Jim Boyd, Bruno Scrigner, and Doug JQ. Marshall Auto Record trucks here. Jim Boyd, number 11, making his maiden voyage around Bridge County. Getting used to that truck. Then we go back to Scrigner in the Smokin' 7 rental truck. Hey, you can rent that truck if you like, with 2 laps to go for 911. Here comes Jim Boyd down the backstretch. Jim Boyd trying to challenge. White flag, 1 lap to go for Hughes. Bobby Hughes hanging out. Jim Boyd in 11 and number 7 smoking away is Bruno. Doug JQ hasn't hit the wall yet, so he's pretty happy. He's going to finish a race here at Bridge County. Into 3 and out of 4 the final time, ladies and gentlemen. Marshall out of record truck stock. Heat to Bob Hughes. Jim Boyd with a nice first run. Bob Hughes, winner of the heat, sponsored by Cantel, Canada's communication stores. Invites anyone into the pits afterwards to his car. He has some coupons, some Subway sandwiches to get a free sub. Go see the Dodger after 96 Superstock. Frontier Honky Tonk on the pole, Kentucky Fried Chicken on the outside, mid-muffler and brake, and Subway sandwiches in 2. Bill Koscheck says, we're reset. Gary Hill's got some company right now. Barrington and Sarberg going after him. And so is Roger Ortley. 8 laps in Snap-on Tools Outlaw Superstock Heat 1. Frontier in Honky Tonk leads. Minute Muffler and Brake second. Kentucky Fried Chicken is third. Subway sandwiches fourth. Here comes the Snake to challenge for the lead down the backstretch. Gary Hill leads it. Frontier in Honky Tonk. Minute Muffler and Brake. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Subway sandwiches without the mayonnaise at the back. Here comes the Snake. Gary Hill hangs on this time around. 8 laps. Hill, Sarberg, Barrington, Ortley. Gary Hill, little dipsy doodle. Kelly Sarberg has got that car on a rail again tonight. Barrington currently third. Ortley at the back. Hill and Sarberg, the top 2. The Frontier in Honky Tonk car driven by Gary Hill leads it. Number 2, Kelly the Snake Sarberg Minute Muffler car second. 74, the fastest, checking in the West, is George Barrington third. Frontier in Honky Tonk, leading Minute Muffler and Brake Lethbridge. Gary Hill out of Great Falls, Montana, and 6G leads. Number 2 is Kelly Sarberg second. 74, Barrington third. 96, Ortley fourth. Here comes Sarberg. Here comes Sarberg. He's getting close. 2 laps to go. Only 2 laps left. Can the Snake get up there? Or can Hill hang on? Barrington and Ortley out for the drive. 3/8 of a mile to go. White flag time. Sarberg coming on. Hill pedal to the middle last time down the backstretch. Gary Hill pulls away. Sarberg 3 and 4. Watch him wheel and deal, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to get there? Gary Hill wins it. Gary Hill takes the heat. Kelly Sarberg is second. George Barrington is third. How'd you like Heat 1 in the Snap-on Tool Superstocks, ladies and gentlemen? That was fun. 75 kids to see George Massey in the Royal Taxi pits afterwards will receive a free ticket to the upcoming Shrine Circus. Once again, all you kids after tonight's performance, go see George Massey, number 84, the first 75, get a free ticket to see the circus coming up, I believe it's in August. That's George Massey in 84. Massey on the pole, Smith on the outside of 1. Lindsay and Ray Testmaker in 2. Vanderkoy in 3. Bill Koscheck says, last race before intermission is about to go. Green flag means they're off. It's Royal Taxi on the inside, Lafarge Construction on the outside. And Ray Testmaker in the Southern Rewind car moving well. 54 Lindsay and 7 Vanderkoy. Now some smoke out of the 84 super stock of George Massey. It's George Massey, Pat Smith. Then we have Ray Testmaker driving forward, Dwayne Graham in 26. Testmaker on the outside now second. It is still 84 George Massey. He's going to have some company soon. Here comes Grandpa Ray, followed by number 1, Pat Smith, 54. Brian Lindsay. And a warning to Ray Testmaker, a warning, black flag warning to 26. Now Massey with some smoke out of the rear end. Here comes Grandpa Ray. Royal Taxi leads, Southern Rewind is second, Lafarge Construction is third. Cliff and Clares is fourth, Vital Signs is fifth. Royal Taxi leads it. 84 George Massey, the Royal Taxi car. 26 Southern Rewind, Ray Testmaker second. Lafarge Construction Materials running third with Pat Smith. Cliff and Clares next, followed by Vital Signs. Ray Testmaker waiting for his time. The smoke comes out of the rear end of 84 Royal Taxi car in the corner. There goes Testmaker high. Ray Testmaker looking for somewhere to get around George Massey. A little too high. Hang on, Ray. George Massey in control. It's all 84 George Massey, ladies and gentlemen. With 2 laps to go for George. George Massey, followed by Ray Testmaker, Pat Smith, Brian Lindsay, Carl Vanderkoy. Coming around to the white flag, 1 lap left for George Massey. The Royal Taxi car leads. Southern Rewind is second. Lafarge is third. Cliff and Clares fourth. Vital Signs fifth. Down the backstretch into 3 and out of 4. Ladies and gentlemen, checkered flags coming on. George Massey wins the heat. George Massey from the pole to the checkered. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? A big win for George Massey. And the excitement you hear in the towers, Linda Massey putting folks at Spitz Sunflower Seeds, a very successful Southern Alberta business. It's great to have Spitz at BCR in 95. Lou Maid on the pole. Brian McCoggin on the outside of 1. Jim Zaremba and Gary Harmon in row 2. Bill Koschik says 4 laps. Players Bench Trophy is on the line. Second half is on. We're racing. 2 dogs going high into the racing line. Brian McCoggin. They slide out of the corner. Gary Harmon sliding around. Lou May Jr. into second. McCoggin. Lou May, look out. Gary Harmon into Lake Mercer almost. The slippy track conditions wreaking havoc. And the yellow caution comes out. Good looking hat from Spitz Sunflower Seeds. 6094-6088. Lots more giveaways to come. Bill Koschik's got the green hanky already. Mate, McCoggin, Zaremba, Harmon. Race is on. There goes McCoggin. Right into that dry line. Lou Mate trying to dig down low. Gary Harmon is there in third. Zaremba fourth. Down the backstretch they go. 2 dogs out of Okotoks. Brian McCoggin takes the lead. Lou Mate Jr. second. Gary Harmon is third. Jim Zaremba is fourth. It's Amen siding your race leader, Brian McCoggin. Lou Mate Jr. and Looker Office Equipment running second. Here comes Zaremba, the Davis Pontiac machine high. Blair Moore, Minnemuffler, and Gary Harmon closes the door. Brian McCoggan, 2 dogs got the lead. It's 2 dogs with 2 laps to go. Little Mate Jr. running second. Zaremba third and Harmon fourth. Coming around to the white flag last lap. Players bench trophy as Lil Mate slides around and out of it. Lil Mate loses control. Zaremba now second. White flag last lap, last time by, race for second here. It's McCoggan, Zaremba, Harmon and Mate Jr. Into 3 and out of 4, still slippy conditions. Anything can happen, but Brian McCoggan will take it. Jim, zoom, Zaremba to the grudge. Gary Harmon is third, Lil Mate will be fourth. All right, best 2 out of 3 one-lap races. Since McCoggan won the trophy dash, he can pick where he wants to start for the first and third. Zaremba wants to go high, but it's not going to happen. McCoggan wants him to start in the low position. They're talking about it right now over there, and Jim's just going to stop. And out of Okotoks, an Amen sighting. Next Saturday night, we do it all over at 7 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Hope to see you out here and watching our show. Media types racing next Saturday night, including my wife, so it should be fun. All right. McCoggan and Zaremba, best 2 out of 3 one-lap sprints, $50 on the line. Next time by. Who do you think it's going to be? Brian McCoggan? What about Jim Zaremba? Best 2 out of 3 one-lap races. Bill Kostyuk watching them closely, coming out of 4. Looking good. Away they run! Modifieds are on. McCoggan first to show. Zaremba right behind him, coming out of 2. They start to hook up a bit better on that racetrack down the backstretch. Brian McCoggan. Zaremba's got a corner to wheel and deal won't happen. McCoggan 1 leg up. All right. Zaremba will start on the inside. Zaremba goes down low. Let's see if Jimmy can take that low line to the lead. Here comes McCoggan. There goes Zaremba. Zaremba and McCoggan battle it out. Brian McCoggan trying to go high. Jimmy Z says, McCoggan now down low on the inside. Brian McCoggan a challenge now. Into 3 and out of 4. It's going to be a close finish. Watch it. McCoggan is low. Going to be. Brian McCoggan wins it. Brian McCoggan gets some bite down low. How'd you like that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, that's running her hard. Davis Pontiac Buick. Trophy truck coming out. We have a loose hood on the racetrack, I guess. Up, not even on the racetrack. It's over the fence. The hood has flown the coop, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Snap-on Tools Outlaw Modified Main Trophy Dash and Grudge Match number 2D, Brian McCoggan. Brian McCoggan, ladies and gentlemen, players bench. Supplying the trophy here in the Davis Pontiac Buick GMC trophy truck. And Bobby Zaremba has the trophy. Brian beat Bobby's husband in that grudge match. Will Bobby punch him or kiss him? Oh, it's a kiss. All right. Oh, she's going to complain, though. And Brian McCoggan back into the 2D car. We'll do some more giveaways here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 laps here. And there they go. Hey, Jim Boyd to the lead. And Bruno loses power and loses more than that. Jim Boyd's wheeling and dealing down the backstretch. Boyd and Hughes getting together. Look out, Jim Boyd, Bob Hughes. Hey, what sort of a trophy dash is this now? It's Boyd and Hughes still going forward anyway. Look out, Jim Boyd. Once again, he's racing for the first time at BCR. Bob Hughes trying to get around him, but Boyd cuts in front of him. And Bruno's got the 7 truck going now. And Jim Boyd has that front hood peeking up. Bobby Hughes halfway home, trying to get there. Jim Boyd in the number 11 truck, trying for an upset. On the slick racetrack, it's Jim Boyd coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go. Bobby Hughes and the Cantel truck's got to go. Dorn Electric leads it. Bob Hughes looking on the inside. Jim Boyd's going to get under there. Down the backstretch, Boyd and Hughes. Hughes going high on Boyd. Into 3 and out of 4. Who's it going to be? Jim Boyd taking Hughes to the wall. Look out. It's going to be, oh my! Bob Hughes wins it! Bob Hughes wins it! How you like our truck stocks now, ladies and gentlemen? Wasn't that something? And Bruno Skrigner's second. And Jim Boyd's fishing in Lake Mercer. 9-1-1. Bob Hughes wins it. And Jim, just stay right there for right now, and we'll get a tow truck to you once it dries up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's his first night racing at Bridge County Raceway. How about a nice round of applause for the guy in the Lake Mercer there, Jim Boyd. What a great job at keeping us entertained. The 911 truck has a flat tire, so he's just going to Marshall Auto Record truck stock, Players Bench trophy, and the Davis Pontiac Buick trophy truck is coming out. We have the Cliff and Claire's crane in the infield. We might be using that one yet. And Bob Hughes coming out, surveying the damage. More tire problems for that 911 Cantel truck here. Hey, the 50-50 draw, close to $400. Get your tickets. We're going to send the girls around a little bit more here and get over that $400 mark. $390 to the winner. Yeah, we got the Davis Pontiac trophy truck in there. Here comes Bobby. Don't get muddy, Bobby. There you go. Bob Hughes, ladies and gentlemen, getting his Players Bench trophy. And they've told me now that Jim Boyd has just caught a trout in the middle, so he gets a consolation prize. Congratulations to Jim Boyd. More giveaways. Please turn to the chair. Race in the media event. My second year of announcing in Medicine Hat, I went in the media race, all right? I am still the only person to roll a car in the infield. I rolled my car 2.5 times, ended up on my lid, and wasn't very happy they wouldn't let me continue to race. But anyway, media races can be and usually are very exciting. And we do have a lot of people with experience coming in next Saturday, including our defending champion, Mort from... Oh, sure, and George Mercer stands on the dry part and yells instructions. No, step over here, step over there. Carl Dempster to the souvenir stand, please. Carl Dempster to the souvenir stand, please. Hey. Stanley Cup update, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes to play in the third. They both finished second in their heat. Still a dead heat. 4 laps, 4 times are going to go by ya. Snap-on tools. Supporting the Outlaw Super Stocks. Players bench got the trophy. Gary Hill dogging it out of 4. Green flags flying there. Gary Hill takes the lead. Massey dips into the second. Sarberg and Testmakers. The track starts to come around now. Down the backstretch, it's still Gary Hill, your leader. George Massey, Super Stock, looking nice tonight. Kelly Sarberg trying to get underneath him. Ray Testmaker at the back. Gary Hill, your leader. That Massey car on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 84 Royal Taxi Machine going great guns. 84 Massey second. 6G Frontier in Hockey Tonk leads it. Royal Taxi is running second. Kelly Sarberg trying to get around Massey. They bump at the flag stand. Southern Rewind is third. Now Sarberg and Massey battle down the backstretch. Hill's got the lead. Sarberg loses control. Here comes Sarberg. Here comes Testmaker. White flag for Hill. What a race for second. Gary Hill, George Massey, Kelly Sarberg, Ray Testmaker. Sarberg down low, won't get there. Gary Hill into 3 and out of 4. It's going to be Gary Hill to the checker. Who's second? Who's to the grudge? George Massey. George Massey wins the race for second. He goes to the grudge match with Gary Hill. So the 2 points leaders go into the pits. We got 2 other guys to show off now. This is how the first row hooked up in the trophy dash, and Bill Kostick didn't like how they were coming out of 4, so he'll send them back around again. Gary Hill, Frontier in Hockey Tonk out of Great Falls. 84's George Massey Royal Taxi car. Taxi. Hill, Massey. Kostick in charge. Green flags a waving. There they go again. Look out, Hill and Massey. Neither one giving much, and George Massey falls to the back. What these guys will do for $50, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2 heat winners hooking up. Hill takes leg 1. Now George Massey has his chance to do something on the inside. I know the Royal Taxi team over there in the pit grandstand pretty excited here. Nice to see that 84 Super Stock running well tonight. Murray Vickers and the gang should be very proud of that 84 car. They've put many, many hours into it, and they tell me many more to come until it's exactly where they want it to be. Royal Taxi on the inside, Frontier in Hockey Tonk on the outside. Green flag's already going. Gary Hill first to show. Massey can't hook up in the slop down low. Gary Hill's got the lead. Down the backstretch they run. It's Hill and Massey. Gary Hill's going to take the $50 grudge. Gary Hill wins it. George Massey second. Pfizer, Coca-Cola, Mo Tire, Snap-on Tools, the big sponsors here, and a special thanks to Spitz Sunflower Seeds tonight. Shuts her down. Bobby Zaremba following up in the Davis Pontiac Buick GMC Trophy truck. Ladies and gentlemen, the Snap-on Tools Outlaw Superstock Trophy Dash and Grudge Match winner tonight, number 6G, Gary Hill. And Bobby Zaremba's got the Players Bench Trophy for Gary. A hug and a kiss. It's 4 laps, 4 times by. Coolidge and Struth in 1. Cook and Nagy in 2. Coolidge Office Equipment on the pole. Pizza Hut on the outside of 1. Fort McLeod UAP Napa. Bill Koshik's got the green flag. Silver Automotive Street Stock Trophy Dash is about to begin. There they go. Norm Struth shows away. Peter Nagy goes right with him. The outside row's got the lead. Stormin' Norman Struth to the lead. Peter Nagy second. Richard Coolidge third. Don Cookie's fourth. Stormin' Norman, the man to watch. Peter Nagy going after him. Coolidge and Cook. Struth, Nagy, Coolidge and Cook now. Could use some of those Massey Racing sunglasses up here, I'll tell you. Don Cook on the inside. Look out, Cookie! Oh, my! Don Cook into the concrete. He gets together with Richard Coolidge, and the caution will come out. Norm Struth and Peter Nagy. How'd you like that action so far in the Trophy Dash, ladies and gentlemen? Don't forget, these guys are just racing for a trophy here. And Don Cook is free from the wall. Pretty bright, let me tell you. There's Don Cook. He looks like not too much. Norm Struth in 42, the Pizza Hut car. 93, Peter Nagy, and 80, Richard Coolidge. There they go. Race is on. Peter Nagy wheeling and dealing, trying to get around Stormin' Norman. Down the backstretch they run. Nagy trying up high. Norm Struth is there, so Nagy goes down low. Struth pulls away again. Pizza Hut, nothing but for Norm Struth here. Norm Struth, Peter Nagy on the inside. 2 laps to go. 2 laps are left. Nagy and Struth dangerously close. Peter Nagy going high. Norm Struth pulling away. Struth. Here comes Nagy on the inside to the white flag with 1 lap to go. Last lap time. Norm Struth, Peter Nagy. Richard Coolidge trails it. The Pizza Hut car calling Farm's gonna go high. Nagy nothing there. Norm Struth gonna dip down low. Peter Nagy, Norm Struth. It's gonna be Norman Struth to the checker. Norm Struth wins it. So we've got Peter Nagy and Norm Struth hooking up here. Nagy on the inside, Struth on the outside. Struth's already taken the trophy. A1 Southern Appliance grudge match. And Bill Koshik didn't like how they were coming out of 4. A1 Southern Appliance putting up the dinero here. Thanks to Randy Madge and Donna Marie Mantler for their outstanding support of the sport of stock car racing, including sponsoring the A1 Southern Appliance Grudge Match, which we do each and every Saturday night that the Silver Automotive Streets are here. Struth, 42. Nagy, 93. Koscheck says, grudge match time. Look at Peter Nagy. Look at Norm Struth. They're side by each into the corner. Out of the corner, Peter Nagy going high. Norm Struth trying to come back on him. Down that back stretch they run. Into 3 and 4 the final time. It's Nagy and Struth. Peter Nagy. Peter Nagy, leg one for Nagy. All right, good start here. So if Peter wins this, he takes the A1 Southern Appliance cash. Norm Struth goes to the outside. Stormin Norman, Peter Nagy. Struth won the trophy, but Nagy's taking the first leg of the grudge. Here's leg 2. Struth's got to win to have a chance. Struth going hard already. In the corners 1 and 2, Norman Struth has a nose, and Nagy bumps with him. Struth pulling away. Norm Struth down the backstretch. Nagy hanging on tight. Into 3 and 4, can Peter Nagy make it this time? Not gonna happen. We're gonna have a deciding lap in the grudge. 1 lap winner take all here. All right. And Peter Nagy's got a flat tire. And that's it. Norm Struth wins that. No grudge win, though. Trophy dash won by Norm Struth. And Peter Nagy says he wants to race on a flat tire. Bill Koscheck on the racetrack. And Bill's going to confer with Peter here. Say, do you want to go on 3? No, Peter says, okay, well, if it's flat. How about a nice round of applause for Peter Nagy, ladies and gentlemen? Tell you what, that was some of the best racing that we've seen here. And the winner's number 42, Stormin Norman Struth. Norm sponsored by Pizza Hut, Lethbridge Nissan, Neighbors Petrocan, Cal Tire, ATR Transmission, Errol Zaretsky of Coldwell Banker, and Vicks Radiator. His pit crew includes Terry Michkota and Brent Mahayden. His wife is Trudy, daughters are Nicole and Lauren, with special thanks to Jamie Nickel and Bob and Charlene Gullett. Number 42, from Lethbridge Nissan, your top salesman for many months running, I believe it is, Stormin Norman Struth, number 42. Davis Pontiac Buick GMC trophy truck coming out with the hardware for Norm. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the A1 Southern Appliance Trophy Dash, sponsored by Players Bench number 42, Norman Struth. Norm Struth, ladies and gentlemen. And Bobby's got the trophy for Norm. Hey. Next time by, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to be racing. Watch the number 1X car of Vernon Hill. Right behind him is Gary Herman in 6. 3D Rob Perry on the inside. Of course, Jim Damberger's got the pole. Our field's now in motion. And nope. Bill Koscheck didn't like how they lined up. The field has to be bunched a little bit tighter together here. We still have some Brooks Pizza left downstairs, ladies and gentlemen. Grab yourself some Brooks Pizza here. Get ready for this main event. It's going to be a dandy. Damberger Hill in 1, Perry Herman in 2, McCoggan Selby in 3, Johnson Zaremba in 4, Mate and Massey in 5. Bill Koscheck wants him to pick up the pace a bit on this parade lap. He wants the field to be closer together when he throws that green hanky when they come out of 4 this time. They're still pretty spread out down the backstretch. Zaremba needs to catch up there beside Johnson. There he goes. Get George Massey up in there. Our field's now in the hands of the starter. We're racing! Lou Mate bumping there with Rob Johnson off the get-go. Jim Damberger into Selby. Selby has to go high. Vernon Hill first to show. Vernon Hill and Gary Harmon going after it. Here comes Selby. Damberger running next. Vernon Hill's got the lead. Gary Harmon is second. Then Stuart Selby. Brian McCoggan, Jim Damberger, Rob Perry, Lou May, Rob Johnson. Jim Zaremba and George Massey trailing. Zaremba in trouble. So's Massey. Here comes your race leader, Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill leads it. Gary Harmon is second. Brian McCoggan third, then Selby. As Zaremba and Massey go off the track together. Rob Hill on the move up past Perry. It's still Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill, your race leader. 6, Gary Harmon is second. 2D, Brian McCoggan is third. 33, Stuart Selby is fourth. 7, Jim Damberger is fifth. 11, Lou May Jr. is sixth. 65, Rob Johnson is seventh. And 3D, Rob Perry is eighth. Lou May Jr. into the pits. Lou May into the pits. The top 2 points cars are off the racetrack. The points leaders are both in the pits. Vernon Hill leads. Gary Harmon coming out. Now Rob Perry having some problems. What's going on out there? They're dropping like flies in the modified main. 1X Vernon Hill leads it. Gary Harmon running second. Brian McCoggan is third. Stuart Selby is fourth. Jim Damberger is fifth. Rob Perry is sixth. 20-lap main event, 1X leads it. That's Vernon Hill on a Helena. Gary Harmon in 6 is second. 2D, Brian McCoggan running third. 33, Stuart Selby is fourth. Then 7, Jim Damberger, 3D, Rob Perry. Now Vernon Hill catching up to the lap cars. McCoggan and Harmon need to make up some ground. Vernon Hill having some problems getting around. There goes Vernon Hill in between cars. And Brian McCoggan and Harmon almost get together. Brian McCoggan now second. 2 Dogs is there. Vernon Hill 1X leads it. Brian McCoggan 2D is second. Gary Harmon in 6 is third. Halfway home for Vernon Hill. Rob Perry going around and down. Rob Perry. As Gary Harmon now trying to get around Jim Damberger. Hill leads it. Brian McCoggan running second. Gary Harmon still trying to get around Jim Damberger. The 1X car is your race leader. That's Vernon Hill out of Helena. Here comes 2D, 2 Dogs. Brian McCoggan out of Okotoks. 6, Gary Harmon running third. Gary Harmon looking good tonight. As the 2 points leaders are both in the pits. So Gary Harmon looking to make up big points tonight. Harmon and Salvi are going to be right back in the thick of things. But here comes Lou Mate back on the racetrack. Hold that thought. Lou Mate Jr. is racing again. 1X Vernon Hill leads, 2D. Brian McCoggan second. 6, Gary Harmon is third. 33, Stuart Salvi is fourth. 7, Jim Damberger is fifth. 3D, Rob Perry is sixth. And 11, Lou Mate Jr. will be seventh. 1X leads. Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill, Brian McCoggan, Gary Harmon. The 1X car running nice. Brian McCoggan in 2D trying to make up ground. And Vernon Hill having some problems getting around Rob Perry, then Jim Damberger for the second time. He's lapped the field now twice. Brian McCoggan going after him. He's about to lap Damberger and Perry as well for the second time. Number 1X leads at Vernon Hill. Now Rob Perry goes by Jim Damberger. Brian McCoggan trying to go with him. 2 laps to go for Hill. 2 laps are left. Vernon Hill down the backstretch with the straightaway lead, then some over McCoggan to the white flag. Vernon Hill, Brian McCoggan, your top 2. Running third now is Gary Harmon in 6. Into 3 and out of 4, ladies and gentlemen. Checkered flag time. Out of Helena, Vernon Hill wins it. Brian McCoggan is second. Gary Harmon is third. Stuart Salvi will be fourth. Vernon Hill, who just loves Bridge County Raceway, has done it one more time. The Helena, Montana driver in the red and gold car having a big night. Won his heat and won the main. Fires her down. Takes off the window net. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner tonight of the Snap-on Tools Outlaw Modified Main Event from Helena, Montana. Please welcome Mr. Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill, ladies and gentlemen. Undefeated last year at Bridge County and running well again in 95. Bobby Zaremba's got the trophy and hug for Vernon. Fine. Row 2, number 10, Tabor Excavating, Doug JQ. And 911 Cantel, Bob Hughes. Six laps, Marshall Auto Record Truck Stock. Main event is on. Let's see if Bobby Hughes can get around. Jim Boyd takes off. Bob Hughes is there, and Bruno's got some fuel line problems, and Doug JQ's just got plain problems. Doug JQ's going to head into the pits, I believe. It's Jim Boyd, your leader. Bob Hughes second. Bruno is third. Jim Boyd, your race man here. The Dorn electric truck on top. Bob Hughes, here they come again. Bob Hughes trying the inside line. He wants to get around Jim a little bit earlier this race than he did in the Trophy Dash. Bob Hughes, can't tell. Canada's Communications Store truck lead the point standings. The number 11 Dorn electric truck, driven tonight by Jim Boyd, leads the main event at this standpoint. Bobby Hughes right on Jim Boyd's tail. Right into the box there. Boyd and Hughes. Bobby Hughes trying the inside line now. Bob Hughes on the inside. Jim Boyd's up high. Jim Boyd squeezes him out. I think Jim Boyd's got some racing experience in him there. He's got a couple of good moves for Bob Hughes tonight. Now Hughes with a move for Boyd of his own. A bump out of the corner. With 2 laps to go. 2 laps are left. Bob Hughes has got to make his move. Some good racing here in the Marshall Auto Record trucks tonight. To the white flag for Jim Boyd. Here comes Bob Hughes now. Bob Hughes to the lead at the white flag. Or is it? Jim Boyd, Bob Hughes. It's a 1-lap race to the main event win. Bob Hughes on the inside to the lead. Bob Hughes in 9-1-1. Jim Boyd trying to come back on the outside. Boyd led most of the way, but Bob Hughes wins it. Bob Hughes wins it over Jim Boyd. Out with the exception of the street stocks. The streets will be here, 9 of them in the 5th annual media race next Saturday night. 7 o'clock. Clean sweep for the 2nd straight week for the 911 truck. The winner of the Marshall Auto Wreckers truck stock main event tonight in the red Cantel truck. Number 911, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen him before. I'm talking with Bill about things right now. Great move on the final lap of the main event to take the win from Jim Boyd. Let's welcome 911 Bob Hughes. And Bobby Zaremba's got the Players Bench Trophy for Bob Hughes, who's got a collection of those now. Kids are invited to the George Massey pit afterwards to get tickets to the circus. Then Carl Vanderkoy, Brian Lindsay in 2, Pat Smith, Roger Ortley in 3, George Barrington, Ray Tessmaker in 4. At the back it is Kelly the Snake Sarberg. 20 times around Bridge County Raceway. Main event. Bill Kostyuk says, we're racing! There goes Gary Hill. There goes George Massey. Here comes Carl Vanderkoy. Followed by Roger Whiteley, Pat Smith, Brian Lindsay dropping like a fly. Then we have George Barrington. Ray Tessmaker at the back. It's Cyber. Hill now on top. Gary Hill opening up a lead after the first of 20 laps. Vanderkoy slip sliding around. Look out, Pat Smith in there. It's still Gary Hill. Gary Hill, your race leader. Massey is second. Warning to Roger Ortley. Roger Ortley gets a warning. Hill pulling away. Massey trying to make up some ground. Ortley third. And Tessmaker into Pat Smith. Pat Smith around, look out as Brian Lindsay hits the rear end of Pat Smith. Their rear ends collide, and Brian Lindsay and Pat Smith have some big problems. Here comes Gary Hill, your race leader. Still under green. Massey second, Ortley third. Here comes Testmaker, followed by Barrington, Syberg, and Vanderkoy. As the two cars involved, Lindsay and Smith head to the pits. Frontier in, Honky Tonk on top. Royal Taxi is second. Subway Sandwich is third. Southern Rewind fourth. Kentucky Fried Chicken is fifth. Minimuffler and Brake is sixth. Vital Sign seventh. Now a straightaway lead for Gary Hill. Down the backstretch, Ortley into the Huskow. Roger Ortley loses control. It's still Gary Hill, George Massey's top two. Gary Hill in 6G leads it. Pat Smith's back. Pat Smith joins the field again. He's down a couple of laps. Here's a great race for the points lead. It's 2 and 26 involved in a race that will determine who's in first place after tonight. Kelly Syberg goes by Ray Testmaker. Here comes Brian Lindsay back on the track. It's still 6G your leader, with about a half a track lead now. Gary Hill in a cakewalk. 84, George Massey second. Number 2, Kelly the Snake Syberg is third. Just about halfway home now for Gary Hill. Gary Hill in 6G with the half a lap lead over George Massey. Kelly Syberg trying to move up to be second. On the inside, Syberg trying to get by Massey. That's our race now. Gary Hill just cruising along. Kelly Syberg and George Massey. Syberg on top down the backstretch as Ortley comes out of control. Ortley comes squarely in front of the flag stand. Right in front, look out, Vanderkoy around. Ortley pushes Vanderkoy. Roger Ortley. Roger Ortley puts Carl Vanderkoy around. Gary Hill, Stillinger's leader. And 6G, Gary Hill continues to lead. Number 2, Syberg is second. Syberg's made up some ground. Hill leads. Ortley gets a black flag. Roger Ortley's out. Roger Ortley is out for spinning Carl Vanderkoy. Kelly Syberg is second. George Massey is third. Ray Testmaker is fourth. George Barrington is fifth. And Carl Vanderkoy in 7 has got some big problems. 6G, Gary Hill, followed by 2, Kelly Syberg. George Massey a strong third, but Ray Testmaker's challenging. Gary Hill with a sizable lead over Kelly the Snake Syberg. George Massey third, Ray Testmaker fourth, George Barrington is fifth. But it's all Gary Hill. From the pole to the checker is what he's trying to do. Syberg needs a caution here to get close to Hill. Kelly the Snake Syberg in number 2, trying to catch the number 6G car, Gary Hill. The lights are on at Bridge County Raceway. Carl Vanderkoy is back on the racetrack. 2 laps to go for Gary Hill. Kelly Syberg is currently second. George Massey is third. White flag, last lap for Hill. Kelly Sarberg's made up some ground, not enough. This 20-lap feature may be heading south of the border. Into 3 and out of 4 final time. Checkered flag coming out for 6G. Frontier and Honky Tonk, Gary Hill wins it. Kelly Sarberg is second. George Massey will be third. George Barrington fourth, and Ray Tessmaker is fifth. Ladies and gentlemen, distributors Todd Seaman, Blasting and Art, all from Great Falls. And there's a Players Bench Trophy heading back to Great Falls for Gary Hill tonight. 80 Richard Coolidge and 7 Danny Crombie in row 2. 18 Ryan Mercer, 42 Norm Struth in 3. 57 Brian Norland, 67 Sandy Pack in 4. Then we go back to Ron Firth and Warren Pickett. 17 Rob Fritz, 93 Peter Nagy. 24 Ron Krauser. 9 Roy Moser. 68 Don Cook. 5 is Rick Tessmaker. 12 Dale Wood. 22 Rory Lorenz. 66 Dave Oakes. 74 Dennis Massey. 3 Merv Sarberg. 27 Susan Firth. If you're ready, so am I. Main event, Spit Sunflower Seed says, we're racing! Only the goalie Bergeson right to the lead. Daryl Carl going with him. Then we go back to Peter Nagy. Norm Struth is up high. Sandy Pack on the move between cars. It's Bergeson, Carl, Pack. Danny Crombie in there as well. Only Bergeson leads, Daryl Carl second, Danny Crombie third, Sandy Pack fourth. Look out as Ron Krauser's around and hit by Dave Oakes. And the caution comes out. Caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack. And Merv Sarberg has got major problems in his front end. Merv Sarberg into the pits. There goes the points leader. Merv Sarberg into the pit. So we will get the main event underway one more time here. 25 laps. Oh, and Bergeson in 1, Coolidge and Crombie in 2, Mercer and Struth in 3, Norland and Pack in 4, Firth and Pickett in 5, Fritz and Nagy in 6, Cook and Tessmaker in 7, Wood and Lorenz in 8, Oakes and Massey in 9. At the back is Susan Firth. 25 laps. Silver Automotive Street Stock. Main event, restart, go. Up high, it's only the goalie to the lead. Bergeson on top. Down the backstretch they run. Look at the traffic around BCR now, ladies and gentlemen. We're having some fun here. Bergeson leads it. Carl is second. Struth is third. Pack is fourth. And Crombie, Coolidge, Mercer. And the rest of the field. Only Bergeson in car number 8 is your race leader, ladies and gentlemen. 71 is running next. Look at down the backstretch. Cars all over the place. Everybody's going the right way, though. That's the good news. Bergeson leads. Carl is second. Struth is third. And Don Cook goes into Dennis Massey in front of the tower. Don Cook moved his fender into Massey. There's your race leader, number 8, Bergeson. Carl is second. Struth is third. Pack is fourth. Your race leader's the number 8 car. Down the backstretch goes the gang. Only Bergeson's got the lead. Daryl Carl trying to hang on. Norm Struth wheeling and dealing there. Then Sandy Pack, Ryan Mercer, and the rest. Ferguson opening up a big advantage now over Carl, Struth, Mercer, Pack. Here comes Rick Tessmaker, followed by Danny Crombie, Warren Pickett, Peter Nagy, Brian Norland, Dennis Massey, Ron Firth, and Rob Fritz, Dave Oakes, Dale Wood, Don Cook, Roy Lorenz, and Richard Coolidge trails. Race leaders right here, that's only the goalie. Ferguson with a big lead. He was doing this last week, then spun in two. Now Norm Struth is up to second. Norm Struth now second. It is Ferguson, Struth, and Ryan Mercer third. Ferguson, Struth, Ryan Mercer, Daryl Carl, Rick Tessmaker on the inside of Sandy Pack. Warren Pickett and Danny Crombie are there. Down the backstretch they run. It is Ferguson, still your leader. Followed by Struth and Mercer. It's still only Ferguson, your race leader. Number 8, followed by 42, Storm Norman Struth. Ferguson, Struth, followed by Ryan Mercer. Then Rick Tessmaker, Daryl Carl, Sandy Pack, Dennis Massey, Danny Crombie, Warren Pickett, Peter Nagy, Roy Lorenz, Ron Firth, Brian Norland. Then the trailing cars are Wood, Oakes, Cook, Coolidge, Fritz. Then we go back to your lead car, number 8. Rob Fritz is into the pits. The DA Electric car's off the racetrack. Ole Ferguson on top, followed by Norm Struth and Ryan Mercer. Ferguson, now Norland losing power at the wall. Struth and Mercer to battle for second. Your race leader is the number 8 Ole Ferguson car. Here comes your race leader, Ferguson. However, catching up the slower cars, he's gonna lose some ground to Ryan Mercer second. Mercer is second, Struth is third. Then we go to Rick Tessmaker, Sandy Pack, Dennis Massey, Daryl Carl, Rory Lorenz, Danny Crombie, Peter Nagy, Warren Pickett, Ron Firth, Dale Wood, Dave Oakes, Don Cook. Then the lap cars, Coolidge and Moser. The battle for second as Ferguson's having some time. Ferguson can't get around. Now he's gonna go high around Coolidge and Moser. Ole Ferguson trying to go around the lap cars. And away he goes. Ferguson's by. Ole Ferguson leads. Then Ryan Mercer. Rick Tessmaker running third. Number 8 is your race leader. Down the backstretch, it's Ole Ferguson. Yellow caution on the racetrack. Yellow caution on the racetrack. Ole Ferguson. This could be where the race is won, ladies and gentlemen. When the green flag is waving, the racing begins. When they come out there, Dave Shander in the tower helping out, wanting the field to get up closer together. Ferguson, Mercer, Struth, Tessmaker, Massey, Pack, Lorenz, Crombie, Nagy, Pickett, Firth, Oakes, Wood, Cook as they start banging. As Danny Crombie hit the brake instead of the gas, and we got some problems. And Danny Crombie. Baker. Dennis Massey. Sandy Pack will win it. How about Rory Lorenz? Peter Nagy. Warren Pickett. Ron Firth. Where are the Northside Raymond kids there? Ron Firth. That's better. Dave Oakes. Dale Wood. Don Cook. I think the rest of the cars are all lap cars. And Murph Sarberg's back on the racetrack. Took the Sarberg race team 15 laps to get the car going, but that's a big, big move as Sarberg will still get some points here for this main. Green flags fly away, race set! Ferguson loses power. Ryan Mercer, Norm Struth, and Rick Tessmaker. It's Ryan Mercer with the lead now. Down the backstretch they run. Ryan Mercer's got the lead. Struth and Tessmaker together. Struth and Tessmaker. There goes Struth. Mercer leads. It is Ryan Mercer still your race leader. Rick Tessmaker is second. Norm Struth is third. Then Ole Bergeson, Sandy Pack, Dennis Massey. Tessmaker on the inside, Mercer on the high side. Rick Tessmaker to the lead. It's Rick Tessmaker in the 5 car. Ryan Mercer going high. Down the backstretch they run. Ryan Mercer trying to get by Rick Tessmaker. It's Rick Tessmaker, Ryan Mercer, Norm Struth. Then we have Ole Bergeson, Peter Nagy. Peter Nagy on the move up now. Rick Tessmaker leads it, Ryan Mercer coming hard. So is Norm Struth. Tessmaker trying to make it happen tonight. Number 5, Rick Tessmaker, your race leader. 18, Ryan Mercer coming hard, as is 42, Norm Struth. Ole Bergeson running 4th, then Peter Nagy, Dennis Massey, Sandy Pack. After Pack it is Rory Lorenz, followed by Dale Wood. Now Lorenz gets together with Pack. Lorenz goes high, Dale Wood moving up. Lorenz into the wall almost. Danny Crombie back on the track, creating some problems. Rick Tessmaker leads. Ryan Mercer second. Norm Struth in 42 is third. Running 4th, it's Ole Bergeson. Massey moves up to be 5th. Peter Nagy now back to 5th. Danny Crombie all over the place. Rick Tessmaker, Ryan Mercer, Norm Struth. Your top 3. Then Bergeson and Massey. Followed by Nagy, Pack, and Wood. There goes the number 5 car, the lead sled again on top. 2 laps to go. 2 laps are left for the number 5 car, driven by Rick Tessmaker tonight. Tessmaker leads, Ryan Mercer running 2nd. Norm Struth is 3rd. White flag, last lap, here comes Mercer! Ryan Mercer trying to go high, 3/8 of a mile away. Ryan Mercer going high around Tessmaker. Ryan Mercer takes the lead. Tessmaker coming back, Struth is there. 3 cars into 3 and 4. Norm Struth takes the lead. What a move by Struth! Norm Struth will take it. Norm Struth wins. Mercer is 2nd. Massey is 3rd. Bergeson's 4th. Nagy 5th. Oh my, what a finish! 3 cars lead on the final lap. Norm Struth is 1st. How did you like that, ladies and gentlemen? Norm Struth is first. Ryan Mercer is second. Dennis Massey will be third. What a finish to the main event tonight. There's your race leader, your race winner. Ole Bergeson finished fourth, and Peter Nagy was fifth. So great finish tonight to the A-Main, the Silver Automotive Street Stock Snap-on Tools night. I'll tell you, 3 cars lead the final lap. What a finish that was. And a big win for Stormin' Norman Struth. The Pizza Hut car coming in. I'll tell you, he'll be a pretty happy camper tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with that last lap. One of the best final laps, if not the best, that we've had here at Bridge County. 3 separate cars lead the final 3/8. Unbelievable. And the winner tonight, the main event, number 42, Stormin' Norman Struth. What a great finish. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday night, we're going to do it again at 7 o'clock. Media Street Stocks are on next week as well.